Right, hello there ladies and gents, welcome to another repair video. Today we're going to be working on this Nintendo Switch which has been sent in. And this console's been sent in because it's liquid damaged. And although these don't do too well in terms of video views, I do really enjoy working on Switches with liquid damage because the damage is quite obvious. It's in a small area because the board is small and it's generally fairly easy to work on. But with that being said, if you are new to the channel and you enjoy repair content, then I would really appreciate it if you make me look a little bit more popular by subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to turn on those bell notifications as well so you're notified whenever I upload. And I'm also now streaming on Twitch, so if you want to check me out over there, I don't just stream repair content on there, I also play some games as well. So maybe come and hang out, play a little bit of Call of Duty, have a little laugh, and yeah, come and check me out over on Twitch. Link in the video description. If you're feeling really generous and you don't want me to eat dust for tea, then you can become a Twitch subscriber. You can link an Amazon Prime account to Twitch, and what you can do from there is you can subscribe to the channel for free, and it gives me $2.50 every single month, although that whenever you renew it. So with that being said, let's get into the repair. So like I said, this is a liquid damage switch, and what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to hook up my USB ammeter and just see what kind of current is being drawn when we attempt to charge it. So the first thing I need to do is make sure that I've got the USB-C cable in the right way. I have to have it on a coupler to be able to show you guys on the screen because I need to break it out from the plug. And yep, USB tester is working, so I can use that to test the switch. So let's see what happens. And this is the second one today which appears to be charging when it's coming for no power. So this is apparently water damaged. So actually I'm kind of glad this has happened while it's on stream, sort of. The reason for that is because even though it's appearing as though it's charging, it's appearing as though it's turning on, it could still have damage on the board, and that's going to need to be dealt with, because if it's not dealt with, it can corrode or rust the board, and that can cause further damage down the line, and then we're right back to square one. So I might as well at least open it up and just give it a quick visual inspection just to see what's going on. So what I'll do is I'll open it up, I'll leave it on charge while I'm doing that, because it could have a really dead battery. It's only drawing 0.11 amps. So what I'm going to do is just take out the screws and hopefully it'll give me a little bit of charge. So I'll go ahead and get this opened up. And actually, while I'm doing this, I want to give a shout out to someone. So there's two people I want to give a shout out to actually. The first one is Wayne from Wayne's Noob Repair UK. I'll leave a link to his channel in the video description. He is an all-round great guy. He genuinely is a really, really nice guy. I've met him in person. He's just starting out on his YouTube journey, and we want to try and get him to 1,000 subscribers as quick as we can. He is really, really dedicated to the cause. At the minute, he's live streaming mainly, but he is going to be doing some videos as well. So, yeah, go check him out, please. He genuinely is a nice guy. And the second one is Kiki from Kiki's Hobby Repair. Kiki is mainly a Nintendo Switch technician, actually. And Kiki, again, is a great guy. He is a supporter of the channel, top tier supporter of the channel. So, Kiki, thank you for that. Oh, wow, that's stuck in there. Good, huh? Kiki is a top tier supporter of the channel. He's a great guy. He's a good technician. Highly recommend checking him out. He's got some good stuff on his channel. And I'll leave a link to his channel in the video description as well. This is definitely water damaged. That game is pretty badly stuck inside there. There we go. That's got it. So yeah, I would really appreciate it if you go and check those guys out. They are genuinely great people. Like I said, I've met Wayne in person, and he's a nice guy. He really is a nice guy. I like humble people, and Wayne is one of them. He's just actually built a really nice looking workshop, and I'm jealous. So yeah, Wayne, thank you for making me jealous and wanting a new workshop. Alright, so let's get the back off. And I'm not seeing any evidence of liquid damage so far. I'm wondering if this is just possibly a liquid damage game card reader. We're not going to know completely until... Why am I taking the battery out? Ugh, damn it. We're not going to know completely until it turns on. And it's just turned on. Ha! Battery depleted. I know! Just turn on and stay on. Yeah, okay. It's completely dead. Never mind. So, I'll give it another couple of minutes. I'm going to sit here and drink my cup of coffee, because why not? So, I'll give it another couple of minutes, and then I'm going to give it a test and see what goes on with it. Alright, so my coffee's empty, which means that I've got to do some work, which kind of sucks, but never mind. So what I'm going to do, this is charging at 0.61 amps, which is kind of weird, honestly. I'm not going to lie, that's kind of weird. I'm not used to seeing that kind of current draw when it's not turning on. Or rather, when it's not turned on. Okay, and we've got 3.77 volts. That battery is very, very dead. It is charging though. We need it to be at around about 3.9 volts to be able to turn on, I think. 3.8 to 3.9 volts it'll usually turn on. We're currently at 3.85 volts. Let's see if it wants to turn on. It's not turning on. BQ is getting warm, which is normal. So that's the battery management IC, BQ24193. Oh, okay, it's turned on. Well, that'll work. Okay, right, so it's charging the battery and it's turning on. It's not reading a game. Now it's reading the game. I don't know if you heard that click there. Alright. So, that game card reader is visibly water damaged. There's definitely liquid inside the game card reader. We're going to have to take the board out and just inspect things. So, like I said, the reason that we want to take this apart anyway is, number one, I know there's liquid damage inside the game card reader. I can just tell by the way the game was stuck in, and also the way that it feels when I'm inserting and ejecting the game. Number two is we do not know what we could have on the other side of the board. So even though it looks okay, we don't know what other liquid damage we've got. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to just take it all apart, inspect everything under the microscope, clean where necessary, reflow where necessary, and then we should be good. It should be fine. We shouldn't have to change anything in terms of components on this one. This is the way it goes sometimes. Not every repair is, really interesting. There we go. The correct way to remove the heatsink. And yeah, you can see there, that is pretty rough. There's been a lot of water got inside there. So we've definitely got liquid damage here. And oh wow, how is this turning on? Okay. How on earth does this turn on? It's crazy. So, here is what I'm going to do. I've got a couple of plans here. Number one is I'm going to take the board out. And number two, I'm going to want to charge this battery while I'm looking over the board. So, what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to take another board, one that I know charges a battery, and I'm going to hook it up to this battery and just charge the battery for a little while. Just while I'm messing around with the board. And the reason for that is because then when it comes to actually plugging it all back in, I'm not going to have to wait for 10 minutes again. I'm going to get rid of this thermal pad. This thermal pad, by the way, is very, very important. People don't understand the importance of that thermal pad. BQ24193 runs very hot under normal conditions. When you haven't got that thermal pad there, it runs even hotter, and it can cause issues. I think, just given the fact that I know I've got liquid damage, I need to strip down this entire board, including the fan. I need to inspect the fan as well. Okay. I do not know how this customer has got so lucky. I'm going to be honest. I don't know how this customer has got so lucky. That is a lot of water. So I'm going to need to clean that in a minute. But for now, in terms of that, what I want to do is just basically charge the battery for a bit. So I'm going to take a board. I'm going to hook that up to there, just while I'm inspecting the rest of it. And I'm going to charge the battery. So this is one of my own boards, but it should charge the battery up. There we go, 0.23, that should bump up in a minute. Alright, that's not bumping up. Let me check another board. That one could have a dead CPU. Okay, that's charging at 0.48. So that's slow charging. I don't want slow charging, I want fast charging. So let me try another board again. I really need to charge this battery while I'm working on it. 0.20, 0.48. Is it going to bump up? Turned on. And yep, that's booting on. So that switch is booted. And fast charge. There we go. So it's important to monitor the current draw and just know what's going on with the board based on what's happening. So I'm going to leave that to one side. I do need to clean the housing, but that's fine for now. I can wait in terms of that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just inspect the board, inspect this, see what we can do about this stuff first, and then I'll deal with the housing. So I'm going to start over here where the battery is, or where the battery plugs in, and just inspect all of the components, just make sure we've got no issues, no corrosion, what could cause issues later on down the line. So I'm just going to go around the board, just see if we've got any signs of liquid. I don't think we have. Hang on, what's this here? What are you? What are you? Food stuff. Lovely. Well, there's my dinner for tonight. That's always nice. Not sure where that came from. Alright, so most of the liquid damage is going to have been around here. Looks like it didn't hit the board. In fact, it looks like it didn't hit the board at all. Alright, board is good. The charger port is also good. Nice and solid. No apparent issues, although that port could do with being replaced. It's very difficult to see at this zoom level, but some of those pins are loose. The port is also slightly loose. I mean, it shouldn't be that loose. So yeah, there are a couple of loose pins in there, and I mean, this is what you have to think. Do you change the charging port and build for a charging port, or do you leave it? That's the problem. So we've obviously got some liquid damage here. So let's take a look inside and see what's going on with that. And yeah, I mean, overall it's okay inside. It's not great. It's not great, but I think it does work. And the problem is, if I go inside there with anything at all, it's going to bend those pins, which makes it pretty difficult to deal with. So I think ultrasonic clean for that. I think that literally needs an ultrasonic clean. In terms of the fan's fine. It appears fine. No liquid damage on the actual fan, which is good. Usually we get some sort of residue here. But the heatsink, on the other hand, is a little bit messed up. So we're going to need to give that a scrub as well. Okay, so while the ultrasonic cleaner is warming up, I think what I'm going to do is just see if I can sort out some of this crud on the housing for a start. I'm just going to move that to one side. I'm going to see if I can just pick some of it away first. Alright, same for this here. Definitely some kind of gunk here. Okay, so I don't want this on the desk, so I'm going to blow it away. There we go. Just blow away that dust, and then I think I'm going to take a toothbrush with some isopropyl alcohol. And I'm just going to give it a good scrub to get rid of the rest of that crud. Don't want to leave anything that could potentially cause an issue later on. But at the same time, we need to be careful as well, because don't forget this is an LCD screen. So if we get any liquid seeping down the sides, then it's going to cause damage to the LCD. So we don't want that. So we need to use the toothbrush with a minimal amount of alcohol just to sort that out. Alright, so you can see just how much of this is coming off. It's quite a lot, really. I think that's going to be fine. So let's tackle the heatsink, see if we can just clean that up a little bit. This isn't majorly important, but we don't really want to leave it there. We're not going to get rid of it all, but we can try and get rid of some of it. There we go, making a right mess of my bench, as always. Soak a microfiber cloth and then just give it a wipe, just to get rid of some of that crud off the desk. So remember, this is my own board, and now I've got conformal coating on my hand as well. Okay, so yeah, I think the board itself, I think is fine. I think I'm going to have to get some advice from Console Repair London on whether or not I should replace the charging port. Personally, I think I should, but I'm going to get some advice off him and just see what he wants me to do. If he wants me to change the charging port, then I will, but if he doesn't want me to, then I can't. So the one thing I can't do, like I said, at the minute... Ah, damn it, I've put this heatsink in and I need to put this back in. So the one thing I can't do is connect up the touchscreen, because obviously we need to ultrasonic clean that. So I'm going to pop that in the ultrasonic cleaner now, and it should take around about 5 minutes just to clean that out. But again, first of all, I'm going to just give it a bit of a clean. And why have I got no display now? Okay, that's strange. Huh. Just a connection issue on the LCD, I think. I hope. Yep, there we go. Alright, let's look for any kind of signs of liquid damage on the screen. So I'm looking for any kind of spots. And yeah, I can see one there. So I'm not sure if that's going to come across on camera. So look in the top right corner. Can you see a line on the screen? Yeah, that is definitely defective. So there's definitely a little bit of liquid in the top right corner of the LCD. Alright, well, what I'm going to do is, for the first part, I'm going to hook up some Joy-Cons just so I can get off the home screen and stop it turning the screen off all the time. Did that hook up a Joy-Con? No, it did not. It did not sync a Joy-Con. Okay, it's not connecting Joy-Cons. None of them. Let's try a different Joy-Con. And yeah, it's not connecting Joy-Cons. So we do have issues. Ah, that one isn't even connected. Alright. Let's try that right Joy-Con again. Okay, that one connects. And it also works wirelessly. Left Joy-Con, however, does not. So now we need to figure out why. Is it the Joy-Con rail? Very possibly, since it is corroded. So you can just about make that out there. You can't see the contacts because they're oxidized and corroded. Whereas these ones on this side, you can't actually see them on the camera. Alright then, well, you can take my word for it, I'm sure. It's definitely corroded, so what I'm going to try and do first is just clean up the rail using isopropyl alcohol and a toothbrush. I'll do both rails, but I'll start with this one. So a bit of isopropyl alcohol on a toothbrush, it does fix it sometimes. Let's take another look. No. Alright, so I'll try a new Joy-Con rail. Alright, so this is a brand new rail. I've installed it into a device for testing, but that's it. So I know the rail works. And let's see what happens. So it's this one which we need to test. Boom. So we've got a faulty rail, which is fine. That's all good. So this Joy-Con should work as well. There we go. Same as this one. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we haven't got a touch screen, have we? Alright, well, that appears to be fine. Is it charging the Joy-Cons? I don't know, because they are... Yeah, okay, it's coming up that they're full. Hang on a minute. I don't think those Joy-Cons are full. I could be wrong, though. That one's not full, and it is charging it as well. So, we've got the charging symbol just there, and that is absolutely fine. So, it is charging the Joy-Cons, which means that everything appears to be working, but we do need to ultrasonic this. So, I'll pop this in the ultrasonic cleaner, and then I'll see what it looks like when it comes out. Okay, so this is what it looks like now that it's been out of the ultrasonic cleaner. And it's a lot better. I am going to give it a scrub with isopropyl alcohol as well, though, because the ultrasonic cleaner does do wonders, but it's not magic. So I'm going to scrub it with IPA around the edges. But not only is that to help get rid of the remaining bits of residue, what's left on there, it's also because the ultrasonic cleaner is mixed up of isopropyl alcohol and deionized water. It's this stuff right here. So that is what I use in my ultrasonic cleaner: deionized water and isopropyl alcohol. And basically, there's still water in there, which means that to be able to use this, we need to get rid of the remaining bits of water. So what I do is clean it off with IPA afterwards, just pure isopropyl alcohol. And the reason for that is because it's non-conductive. And number two, it will displace the water. And then I'll warm it up using hot air, because the board's fairly small. So I'll warm it up using hot air just to displace and move any additional water, what might still be left. So we don't want to turn this on while there's water on there, because it will just corrode. So I'll do this instead. And by the time I'm finished, we should have what looks like a pretty much brand new card reader, or game card reader rather. So the ultrasonic cleaner obviously couldn't get all of it off, because some of it is stuck on there pretty hard. So now that that's done, I'll get my hot air. I'll set it to 250 degrees Celsius. I'm going to move the housing out of the way. I'm going to set it to 250 degrees Celsius, and I'm just going to warm everything up, keeping the airflow moving because of the plastic. I'm just going to keep on drying it. And that solution is making me a little bit itchy. Okay. And with that done, we've got pretty much a brand new card reader. Let's have a look under the microscope inside. And yep, that looks so much better in there. So much better. So that is liquid damage treatment at its finest. So even though this was working, it could fail at a later date, and I don't want that. I want it to work, and I want it to keep working. So I'm going to unplug this now. I'm going to unscrew the heatsink, because I shouldn't have screwed it in. I shouldn't have even put it on there yet. Never mind. And just drop that in there. Notice how I unplugged the battery first. The reason for that is because we don't want to cause any kind of damage by connecting up a Lego connector. It's very easy to connect those up slanted, or for them to wiggle about while you're trying to connect them, and you don't want that. Alright, let's find this last magnetic screw. There it is. Drop that in there. And remember the importance of the thermal pad on the battery management chip. Let's also remember to connect up the touchscreen. That might be a help. And while that's booting up, I'm going to clean the screen. So this is a microfiber cloth which I'm using to clean the screen. It's a little bit greasy. It's leaving rainbow effects on the screen. Not the cloth, I mean the screen. And there we go. Let's give the game a test. First time. And it also inserts and ejects nice and smooth. So that's taken care of, and this console should be fully working. So to make sure the Joy-Cons still connect, they do. Let's make sure it charges from both sides of the cable. I don't have a dock set up in the workshop, so I'll do that off camera. That charges that side, and it charges that side. Absolutely perfect. So that appears to be working absolutely fine. And this console appears to be, well, fixed. It was technically working, but it would have caused issues in the future. And that is the importance of tackling liquid damage, whether it's working or not. If you know there's liquid damage, you should probably tackle it before you end up causing further issues. So that's pretty much it. So just to summarise on this end, we gave the console a good clean, inspected the board fully, made sure it was all working, gave it a quick test and determined that one of the Joy-Con rails wasn't working, namely this one. So that's been replaced with a brand new rail. They're not too expensive. We've also ultrasonic cleaned the game card reader because it was sticky and very badly liquid damaged. Cleaned out the housing, made sure that there's no crud left in the housing, and this console appears to be fine. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down in the comment section down below. I will always do my best to answer. If you do want to organise a repair, you can do so by getting in touch using the website address in the video description. You can book in your repair, you can see price lists, or you can get in touch using the contact us page. If you enjoy this type of content, like I said earlier on, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so that you don't miss any future videos. And if you want to support the channel, you can do so by becoming a Patreon supporter using the link in the video description. You can become a channel member by using the join button down below this video, or you can become a Twitch Prime subscriber by going over to Twitch, linking your Amazon Prime account, and becoming a paid subscriber. Channel members and Patreon members all get early access to videos, and by becoming a Twitch Prime subscriber, you feel good in yourself just knowing that it's supporting the channel. But that's going to be it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later. Bye for now.